Hey everyone, welcome to another General 0 Hour replay. This is Scottagorn, and we have the next replay of September 27th. This one's on Destruction Station. The North team is Pancake, USA Laser, myself, GLA Stealth, Coredawg, GLA Vanilla, 131 USA Laser. Against Synthesis down on the south side is USA Laser, Tytan, GLA Stealth, Neo China Infantry, Modus, GLA Stealth. And so for the North team, our strategy, 131, and Coredawg, we're going to double team down into Synthesis's base as early as we could. And noticing the two new players, 131 and Modus, like these early strategies, those quick strikes against people's bases, whether with Chinooks, whether with early technical rushes, going right over top of those missile defenders, back to the corner of the base for Synthesis. Yep. And what was he? He was a laser, correct? So that'll be a laser turret going up. Got a couple of missile defenders on that Chinook. Chases it off. Okay. Synthesis doing the same thing, but he just drove his bulldozer straight up. Modus getting the technical going early. So yeah, Modus 131 very used to. Coredawg trying to front tunnel as well. Those two very used to those early strategies, and Synthesis even going for a second one now back here. Never got it up. Otherwise there would have been 3 Rangers coming out of there. For myself, my strategy was to try to bunker the middle and mine it for resources, and then head left into Modus's base. Even though for whatever reason, even though I knew it was Modus at the beginning of the game, during the game I still thought it was Skippy because it was gold. And this whole game I was distracted because I never did get this entire middle. I had 3 colors fighting me for it the entire time. Here we go, Pancake in Modus's base. Ooh, this might be the end of his Humvees with those RPG troopers coming out. Runs it over, still healing because of that. Yep, there they go. Did he run through the workers first? Yes, he got through there between there and the tunnel. So Pancake's base is saved from those technicals because of his early assault into Modus's base. Those Coredawg's troops trying to... No, 131. Just not bringing quite enough infantry in. Yeah, those things are strong against infantry too. If you can get enough infantry, they will do well. Alright, orange coming up. You can see Neo. He's got the oil in the corner. Now just bunkering off one corner of the middle and helping out defenses from Modus's base. Has just a little bit back here in his own base. Has some extra supplies. Titan expanding onto the right side of the middle. Firing on. Ooh, some building. Lots going on over here. Synthesis is not going to be rushed. He refuses to be the rushy. He is going to be the rusher this game. Even though Coredawg and 131 were both coming after him, there the tunnel comes up from Coredawg. So much happening. This supply is going down. 131's supply goes down. And Titan in the mix with all of it as well, sending in quad cannons now. Exactly what he needed. That one's going to go down, runs that second one away. But he's just going to run into Coredawg's quad cannons coming down now too. But he has 2 tunnels able to help out. Modus does get the technical rush into Pancake's base now. So the flip side of what happened earlier. Before, Pancake was the first one, so he was out in Modus's base. This time, Modus was able to get his troops into Pancake's base. Pancake defending. Looks like Modus was pretty successful with his technical rush into the base because there are no more bulldozers. Pancake now is left with, you know, as a USA laser, not bad to have a war factory and a barracks. That's going to do you a lot of good. Just one supply, though, that's going to be the problem for Pancake. He's going to be severely limited now after that push into his base from Modus. So, very nicely done. Neo defending this direction. Modus on the offensive. And doesn't take Pancake out of the game completely, but his economy is going to be very slow now at this point. Gathering a force in the middle for myself. I have 2 oils. Yeah. I do have a lot of money this game. Finally now pushing left, like I said I was going to do. Told my teammate I was going to push left. I do see Pancake pushing in on this position. I told him I would go with him. Finally able to do that. I was very distracted this game. Lots of different things I was trying to do. Never able to do them completely well. And you can see I've got over $8,000 in cash. Felt like I was going in 3 different directions at once the entire time. Able to clear up the second supply from Modus. He sells. And those Scorpion tanks are hard on my technicals. Pancake very low health. That missile was enough to take out that Humvee. I come in with a second group though, and this one does include hijackers. A couple hijackers in front, one following behind. Looks like another push from Titan into 131's base now, and Coredawg still in the back of this one. Makes you wonder how Synthesis is still in it. How did he have supplies? I guess, yeah, no, that's not a supply. Yeah, how is Synthesis still in the game? Meanwhile, push into Modus's base. And 3 hijackers still, but no tanks to hijack. Meanwhile, all of my quad cannons have been taken out. Unfortunate, because they would have been very needed against these infantry. Tank runs into the mines. So that attack between me and Pancake stalls. He's got another round coming, but I am just about out of troops on this one. Coredawg pushing in. Titan able to help him. I do feel like Titan was the biggest factor in this game out of the 8 of us. He was fighting me in the middle. He was attacking against 131. He was defending his partner against Coredawg. Cleared that up. Synthesis. 1 bulldozer left, so he can rebuild. 131? Yep. Still has the command center, so he's fine. Got myself in the base. In the middle, constantly distracted by people sending in individual just infantry guys to try to steal back my buildings. Over and over and over again that happened. Felt like I was going against hard armies who just, you know, walk their infantry up into the middle of anything. They don't care if there's defenses there or anything. Yeah, 5 Humvees from Pancake would have done quite well, but the MiGs, the Firestorm, and those are all very low health now. At this point you might just evacuate them, because you can count down the seconds until the MiGs come back. Where is he trying to go very slowly? Yeah, I think those are going to get toasted by MiGs in just a second. Meanwhile, Titan pushing in with a large force. Coredawg doing everything he can, but it does seem like 131's must be out of money, because there's no further units coming from him. 1 guy out of the war factory. There'll be a laser tank. Ooh, 3 laser tanks. Normally very strong against quad cannons, except look at all those quad cannons. That's the problem. Lots of blue coming down this way from Coredawg, but oh yeah, those will do well. Thought it was all infantry. This is just too much of a force from Titan. And myself with over $10,000 again. If I had been less distracted, less all over the place in the middle, to the left side, trying to keep people from stealing my stuff over and over again, as you can see. I might have been able to get there quicker. I did have a lot of money. I did have some good production. People just sitting around. But I did not go to help my teammates early enough. Those are mine. I was able to send those guys down. Just on guard mode, so we'll see how they do here. I never did see it. Very nice. Stops it for now. But while I'm down there, Modus has regained his footing, is pushing into Pancake. Pancake, that's a nice force. Love the Avengers mixed in with Humvees, mixed in with just random USA infantry. That's always very nice. Expanding to this supply. Yeah, Pancake's hurting for supplies, so if you can split his Chinooks up between 2 different supply drop zones, that's very helpful. Everybody's kind of rebuilt. What does Green have left? Still has the dozer. No money. $175. Group of infantry and nothing to sell. 1 barracks left. So, wow. Yeah, would have been a 3v4, except, yeah, Pancake's out, 131's out, so. Here comes a stout cyan versus red battle. Makes you wonder, it really does look like I have AP bullets. No? That's not filled in? It looked like I had AP bullets. That toxin bomb, I think, changed the entire game. I really do. Really do think that toxin bomb changed a lot, because we could have pushed Tyler out of this corner, perhaps. I bet you. With combine myself and Coredawg, that would have been 7 more quad cannons going down there. I was distracted. But just to imagine we could have pushed Titan out of that corner. Coredawg eventually does anyways. Pancake pushing on this. I don't know that you can get enough Avengers to push through a fortified bunker from Neo, especially when they're infantry. Almost did it! That thing's hanging on by a thread. Still would have had the infantry themselves. That might not have been Pancake's best move, considering... Yep, he gives up. He knows the counterattack is coming, and he did go to bed after that. Yeah, I might have just played defense with those guys. Because now here's the counterattack. And his last 2 production buildings. That one's all that's left was given to Coredawg. Yeah, Coredawg does push through Titan's forces here eventually. And I think if I had been able to help him out here, it would have gone a lot faster. I am using my money now. There's less of it for me. And I do still have those 2 oils. There goes this corner. And would have attacked that tunnel, I'm sure, if he had seen it, even. Coredawg versus Titan still going on down here in this corner. Glad Coredawg could distract him, otherwise Titan, I'm sure, would have been coming up towards the middle, towards me, much earlier than he did. Titan, being stealth, does not have scorpions, and so that gives Coredawg quite the advantage here. Buggy's a little bit close. Aren't upgraded yet. And since Pancake's out, Yellow can now move into the middle. I only ever put like 1 infantry in those bunkers, so you don't have to be too scared of them. So now pushing on me, I've got the counterattack though. Looks like with the reinforcements, I'm able to take out Modus's, or not Modus's. Yeah, that is Modus. Able to take out his first go at the middle. Neo, is he slowly pushing in? Oh, he's just long distance collecting with trucks. Yeah, go for it. Modus re-expanded back to that supply again, long after they'd pushed us off of it. Coredawg versus Titan in that right corner is just a never-ending battle between those two. Really do think Titan would have been well served with some hijackers, since that would have been an answer for the Scorpion tanks. Buggies are good though. Buggies will help, those pack a punch. There's a little bit left from 131. Humvee. Meanwhile, I do see this supply, feel it's enough exposed. Have a few buggies for the Scorpion. And I know that my quad cannons will be able to take out those stinger sites quickly. Just trying to find anything that looks like it's sticking out, like it's able to be taken out. But there goes the bulk of my force. Alright, first sneak attack from Coredawg. It's a good spot too. 131 driving his Humvee down. So never mind, maybe they didn't have to clear Titan out of that corner. Essentially did, but the tunnels are still there. Neo sending in his MiGs. Quad cannons are walking, and so some of those MiGs make it back. Clears the tunnel, it looks like. Yep, that one's gone. So at this point, victory is possible. If there's just a little bit more juice behind this attack, if 131 can keep this, yeah, it's important to keep that guy alive. This doesn't look terrible for our team. But Coredawg's essentially alone in that attack. He doesn't have tons of money, just $1,300. Forces a solid command center. This is looking good. What does he have back in his base? He has a helix in his base. That might have been another huge turning point. Oh, really? There goes a war factory. There goes another war factory. Oh, if they could have just focused on this attack still. Because where's that? Yeah, where are they going? There goes another war factory. So here goes Coredawg's production. Nothing in the palace, because Coredawg was in the corner, so why would you need to? Ah, there goes the bulldozer for the strategy center. That is costly. Yeah, that distracted us. Look what's left of this attack. That Humvee could have been helping out with this attack, taking out that quad cannon, and just, we were looking in the wrong spot. Really, we gutted Titan nicely there. We actually got through his base quite a bit more than I thought we did originally. He doesn't have much back here because he was fighting Coredawg the whole time. One black market. Stealthed. Yeah, he has that. The war factory. Still has the stealth supply. Has people going on it again. Yeah, very crafty. Titan. Very skilled when it comes to playing GLA. Second sneak attack from Coredawg. This one doesn't have as much force behind it. Probably a premature sell from Titan on that arms dealer. Myself finally realizing or thinking that as stealth, I can build stealth supplies in the middle. Should have been doing that 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I am not the best defend the middle player out there. I'm more of a give me one thing to do at the edge of the map. Give me one objective and I can do that one objective well. Going for the middle, there's just so much to do. Lots of MiGs from Neo. And Titan's base got cleared out. Synthesis out of the game. Pancake out of the game. 131. Still making things happen. Finding little missions here and there that he can do. Looks like he's just got a strategy center. And no barracks. And he's working on something. There we go, pushing in. Was asking for... I knew that that thing was there, but I just couldn't see it. It was asking for a drone. But there were no drones to be had. Meanwhile, Modus, yeah, everything going on the right side. Modus has been allowed to sit and build. And so, able to push me out of the middle now. Come on, guys. Go for the scorpions, because we don't have any of those. Very good. Now he should start fighting, don't you think? There he goes, finally. Alright, got a few of the MiGs, but my forces are depleted. My money is not overflowing by any means. My oils are dead. My supplies are sapped. 3 black markets. Still have that stealth to supply in the middle, but no workers on it. Another sneak attack from Coredawg. Okay, very smart. Brilliant. Got some great GLA play on this map. Titan with that one. Golly, that's another key to the game. Okay, I'm glad that one's empty, otherwise I would have felt really dumb. Yep, getting more workers out of that one. Good. Find supplies anywhere you can. Look at the beacons. They're on all the points of money. Alright, so a bit of calm now. Moment of peace. I'm able to finally take out that Gatling cannon that had been in my face the whole game. Find something to do in the middle. I think it's because I was horseshoed. I had enemies there, enemies down at the bottom, hemming me in. A war factory that I couldn't see. And then Titans. Guys were in those too. So, looking in 3 spots at once the whole time. And here's the next death knell. Nothing back here in my base. Those 3... Oh, we need you. Don't just sit there and die. Dang it. Yeah, those 3 black markets were my main source of income. And I had nothing back there. So there comes Titan. Down here comes Modus. Kick me out of that spot. Coredawg rebuilding all over the place. Oh, found more supplies. Dang it! Shoot. I kind of think if I'd been able to stick in there a little longer, could have made something happen. But it was essentially 3v2 at this point. And strong force from Modus now coming in. Too strong. Took out Titan stuff right in time. Modus. Ooh, thank you, Neo. 131 bringing Chinooks in. Just to distract them for a little bit. Because that's all he can do. Yeah, Coredawg was looking pretty strong there at the end. Any other supply docks? Money left on them? Yeah, everything else has been mined out. And this is essentially... It's not the end for me because I start to rebuild in the middle, but... Yeah, 2 supplies in the middle. do get my own toxin bomb off. Finally, it's good to have those not be against me. For once, it seems like I'm always on the receiving end of those toxin bombs. Looks like a lot of orange now, so even if Coredawg and I had found a way to build up here, Neo was very well entrenched. Lots of money, lots of mines. Modus's base is well protected, has a Scud Storm. Yeah, there was just some key moments in that game that swung it one way or the other. Modus's early attack on Pancake's game, oh, there it goes. Early attack on Pancake's base, Dozer hunted him, he couldn't build after that. And Synthesis barely being protected by Titan, that made a huge difference early on. Yeah, just key points that swung it one way or the other. And seems like I had most of the middle for most of the game, but just wasn't able to translate that money into anything cohesive as a strategy. Nothing stuck out towards me as something to go and do. Nothing effective. So Titan and myself and Modus with the most supplies collected, and most units destroyed goes to Titan. Does seem like he just found the way to be the most effective in that game on that map. With everything going on, he was able to focus in instead of fighting 3 or 4 different places at once like I was trying to do. He was doing one thing at a time. It was more effective at it. So, great game all. We will catch you next time.